The Wellness Center of Thibodaux Regional is the first of its kind in the state and one of the finest in the nation. Joining us now to tell us more about the facility is CEO Greg Stock. So Greg, we're in the conference center. What is the Wellness Center at Thibodaux Regional?
It's a lot of things all together when you look at it. So the fifth floor here is a conference center. We're in an executive room here right now where corporations like Rouse's and others come in and hold their strategic planning meetings. But the building, 250,000 square feet, is meant to make a statement about wellness. When you drive up here, if you've never seen it before, you say, wow, what is that doing here? But also when you walk into it, you get this feeling of wellness immediately. It's a feeling. So the external light, the natural light, and all of the other aspects of the building, the colors, the floors, the ceilings, everything, are very, very carefully put together so that it feels good.
So this is the fitness center part of the Wellness Center. Greg, tell us about it.
It's a great place. There's about 6,000 members. It started with projections of 1,400 and immediately became 5,600 right in there, and it's been sustained over the last 2 years. Each year, 350,000 people have come here for individual workouts, small groups and large groups, for education and so on. It goes on the floor by these fitness experts that work here who all have a bachelor's degree at least.
And you welcome all levels of fitness, right? So you don't have to be perfectly in shape to come here.
That's right. That's a big deal to me. So we had meetings before we opened this. I held these meetings, every person that worked here. And we wanted to establish this. We don't care if you ever worked out in your life. We don't care if you're overweight or what your situation is. We want to help you. And so culturally, organizational culture here, when you come in here, you're welcome.
Tell us about the equipment. It seems to be state-of-the-art.
Equipment's awesome. We did a lot of research on the equipment. So it's smart. It's all wired. So you can come in here and do your own personal workout and record it. You can share it with groups of people. And we've taken it a step further where if you're working with your physician, we have a program for that called WellFit. That data and that information then can go to your physician's office where they can actually look at it.
And you have a group therapy pool and a lap pool as well.
Oh, the pools are fabulous. It's amazing how therapeutic pools are. We've kind of always known that, but there's 3 pools. One of them, the HydroWorks pool, I saw in Alabama, and I don't think there's another one in Louisiana. It's incredible what it will do for a young athlete with an ACL tear. We have a lot of sports medicine stuff we do, but also an 80-year-old who has a spine that's really painful and has injections, even surgery and stuff. They get in that pool and they feel so much better. We've seen so many lives change as a result of being members of it. Not just a place to work out, it's a change in life.
So this is the Outpatient Rehabilitation Center. Tell us how you're integrating wellness with rehabilitation.
We're taking clinical care like, for example, orthopedic surgery where you might have a joint replacement. And instead of it's just a joint replacement and then somebody sort of figures out where wellness fits into that, we started on the front end. We get upstream. We sit down with the orthopedic surgeons and all the joint specialists or whoever it may be, and we create these clinical pathways. It's innovative.
Tell us about wellness and clinical care.
Yeah, well, my own philosophy is wellness to a great degree is rooted in better clinical care. So, you know, we sat down with, for example, our medical oncologist. If a woman has breast cancer, we do 5 times more breast cancer than anybody in the region treatment. But how does a woman, how does she get the wellness part of it before, during, and after? Here we bring in again the nutritionists, the nursing staff, and so on, and that we intersect that with a doctor right on the front end, and we create these pathways, monitor it, report back the progress, and then a person survives cancer, where do they go from there in their life? You know, a healthier lifestyle is the place to go.
So Greg, this is the education center, and this is where people go to get individualized attention for their health needs. Pretty cool.
Yes, it's really important. It's one of the key elements of a better lifestyle. Longevity, feeling good, everything that matters the most is education that leads to behavior change usually. Now that's a different way of thinking about it. Just knowing something doesn't mean you do it or that you're willing to change. So for most of us, almost all of us, it involves education that leads to behavior change. So how do you do that? What we did here based on something I saw at the World War II Museum and in Washington, D.C. at the Kaiser facility where we tell stories. So early on, we have many of them, over probably 200 of them collected now, and some of them we've captured here.
Show us how it's done.
So you touch this. Here's one, inspiring testimonies. This woman was the director of the Department of Health for Louisiana, Kathy Kleber. She's really an awesome person. When you hear her story of how she had arthritis and was getting ready to be bound to a wheelchair and not be able to function, the pain medications and all the other stuff she had in her life that made her life miserable and her future questionable, Kathy then embarked upon this course where she learned to swim when she was in her 50s. She changed her diet, she started exercising. Within 6 months, she got off the pain medication. And from there on, it's just a model of happiness and
wonderful
well-being.
And diet is truly a part of it. So the cafe is nearby, and this is where registered dietitians and chefs actually help you create a meal for your individualized health plan.
We do. We have a demonstration kitchen. We bring our chefs in there, our dietitians. We have a lot of RNs that are well educated in this too. And we'll get about 15 or 20 people usually, and it's about the right size group. And they'll demonstrate like a vegan diet, how it can taste good. You know, down here that's a little foreign idea to some people. So we can introduce that idea and you can learn right there. You can ask questions, how does it taste? You know, what's the flavor? That's a pretty big deal down here in the South. For everybody, including me, but create something that you like that's also healthy.
We're back in the conference center where we started. Thank you so much for the tour. What a truly amazing facility.
Well, thank you. It's a privilege to interact with you here, and we're grateful that you've chosen to come here because education and knowledge and awareness of these things is the beginning of change for people where they can adopt a healthier lifestyle.
Wonderful. Thanks again. So if you'd like more information, head to Thibodaux.com, give them a call at 985-493-4400, or visit them in person at 726 North Acadia Road in Thibodeau.